All right, Ash St. Clair, everybody. Hi.
Hello.
This is a first. This is a first ever. Where normally when I have guests on, we try to work for like the first 30 minutes on how to get the noise gate done and all this. Shit. And
am I doing the tech run with you?
What?
Are we testing it live?
This is the tech run. This is the first ever broadcast where we have microphones. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Anyway, Ash St. Clair, thank you so much for coming on. It seems strange when I start the conversation by saying like, oh, this is Elon Musk's baby mama.
Yeah,
I know. You're more than that. You are also
thank you so much.
Right-wing reactionary conservative influencer.
No, not anymore.
You used to be.
Only one of those things is still true.
And then you went woke. And
dark woke.
You went dark woke,
yeah.
And you've been doing the tour, you've been doing the rounds, and I was like, and I've seen. I
wish people would wait to reach out to me though, because they're gonna think I'm a plant, because they're all reaching out at the same time.
Well, the reason why I reached out was because I've seen some of the things you've said about like your past opinions and the things that you believed and how you've changed. So I wanted to explore that with you. And then also I wanted to obviously ask you about the piping hot conservative tea.
Oh, I got it. I got all of it.
You've been, you were in this movement for a while. For those of you who don't know, I mean, you want to explain your background and everything else, because there probably are some people who are not aware.
So I got involved in right-wing politics around 18, 19 on my college campus. I was involved in like a Turning Point chapter, and it was very quickly that I was tweeting, and all of a sudden I'm driving Charlie Kirk to the airport, and I'm a special guest at the Young Women's Leadership Conference.
Okay, let's start there actually, because this is fascinating for me. I've known Charlie Kirk obviously for many years. I debated him at Politicon twice. And I was fascinated with his journey because they basically plucked him. He wrote one high school paper for his high school newspaper. He wrote like an article about how like a black woman, he speculated a black woman had taken his spot at West Point Academy.
What? I didn't know this.
Yeah. So here, I'll give you some deep Charlie Kirk lore. We carry the flame here on the broadcast.
Yeah, Charlie.
But basically what happened is he wrote like some kind of reactionary article in his high school newspaper, and then instantly it was on Breitbart, and then after it was on Breitbart he was immediately on Fox News.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, and you had, I guess, a similar experience as well. So let's start there. So you start tweeting and you're like, I hate
I'm like,
how
poor
woke
people be like, feel
is.
the burn.
Yeah, okay.
Stupid reactionary stuff. And at first I didn't even have my photo on there. And then I was like, wait a second, this will fly. And so then I uploaded
so you were like,
I was just like anon shit posting.
Okay.
And then once I uploaded the photo and started going live on Periscope, it was over. Mike Cernovic and Jack Posobiec found me.
Okay.
And it was over.
So what, like, how, let's go even further beyond that though. Let's start at the beginning. Like, how did you become right-wing?
So right before I started my freshman year of college, Trump had a rally on my campus, like my new campus. Mm-hmm. So if you look in my photos, it'll just show a Trump rally that I'm at, and right next to Trump, and then I start college. And then I'm at why Young Americans for Liberty, and then Turning Point, and that was it.
But how did you like develop your worldview? Like, what was it? Were you just like?
I didn't have one. I was just very impressionable, and I'm like, this seems so cool.
Like, so in your mind, you were like, it was more so, I want to be a part of the in group, and maybe it was like the cool frat guys or whatever, and they were all like, I guess, I don't know.
Sort of. I also I went for philosophy, so I liked being like the contrarian token conservative in the philosophy class.
Classic.
Yeah. But I didn't know what I was talking about. I was talking about healthcare, and I was on my dad's plan, so.
Yeah. Okay, so you start your ideological journey just wanting to debate people. And wanting to be a contrarian.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And wanting some sort of validation, because once you get in that, you have a club. My only college clubs were political. So.
Yeah.
And I was homeschooled in high school. So, yeah, doesn't that make a lot more sense?
Okay, that makes so much more sense. Why didn't you start there? You should have started there. Yeah, that's like most of the story.
And people think I'm joking, but I'm like, when I was homeschooled in high school, we were in a little town in Montana where my only friend was a Mennonite lumberjack. Like, that was it. It was a town of like 250 people. So then I go to college and I'm like, oh, I'm so cool. And like, they really like what I'm saying.
You're Jewish.
Yeah.
You're a Jew in Montana.
And Jewish Italian, so they thought we were like
Jewish Italian. You're Jewish, so that's, I don't even know which is worse, Catholic or Jewish, from the perspective of like the average Montana person.
Yes, one of our neighbors was this like 80-year-old dude on oxygen who was like arguing about black people all day, and I was like, that's really racist, Jack. But
okay,
it was very. Then I go to college, I'm like, oh, look at all these cool friends.
So that makes sense. Now this is making a lot more, everything is clicking into place now. Now that you said you're homeschooled from Montana, and you go to college, which college do you go to?
University of Colorado in Colorado Springs, yeah.
All right, so you went to University of Colorado. Everyone's woke around you all of a sudden.
I felt like I was being like swarmed.
Okay.
Like so I must fight back.
Yeah, so you felt like they were trying to indoctrinate you.
Yes, because Charlie Kirk said to watch your professors. Yeah. I was like always looking for that professor watch list content.
That's crazy. I didn't know that anyone
content.
That you were a whole ass nerd. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All of the Young Americans for Freedom guys are always so fucking nerdy, I feel like.
Well, I grew up with brothers too, so I just played video games. Like I would do LAN parties, like LAN parties, playing Age of Empires till like 2 a.m. So then I go to college, I'm like, oh, I'm cool, but also
you're the
nerds.
only girl in the YAF
100%.
meetups.
100%.
Were they all trying to
Oh yeah. But there was all these rumors too. Like I learned a new person I slept with every day. So I was like, this sucks. But also.
Well, we'll get back to that in a second, because I feel like that is now, I mean, not much has changed, I feel like, from Young Americans for Freedom then to the conservative media ecosystem, because they do all sleep with one another, from what I understand. So
they're all having sex with each other.
We'll get to that tea. We'll get to that tea in a second. But so you get out of college, you're posting, you're on Periscope.
I drop out of college.
You dropped out of college.
Dropped out.
For the influencer route.
Oh yeah, because I started dating.
Who'd you start dating?
Do you know who DC Drano is?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so he was like mid-30s, and I was 20. I couldn't even order a legal drink yet. I drop out of school, and a month into dating, he moves me into his bunk-ass Tampa apartment.
Okay, and you were like, we're living
from my mother's house.
We're living the high life. DC Drano is one of the
Binder boy.
Yeah, one of the Binder guys.
Yes.
Epstein Binder. Wow, he's hot.
Oh no, stop.
He's sexy.
Stop it.
Okay, so you were dating.
Yeah, nobody cared when I was dating an ugly broke man.
Okay, so this is DC Drano. Try that in a small town.
But he also cosplays. Like,
he does?
He has hands that are softer than mine, and then he will like wear this costume. He will purposely leave mud on his truck and like scream, and he's like, people expect Drano to have mud on his truck. Like just batshit. But so then he tells me, he like molds me. I'm like this perfect little 20-year-old influencer. He's like, here's what you post. Here's what you hold on the signs. Like he's telling me what to write on the sign outside of the ICE detention center. Okay,
so do any of these guys like, so you were in some ways, I mean, and I don't mean like groomed in like the legitimate way, but you were like groomed in the OG way to be this like conservative.
Because I was so insecure and so pick me that I was like, absolutely, I will, yes, sir.
So they turn you into this this media demon. But what I don't understand is, like, where are the true believers? Like, because from my perspective, I always feel like
on Facebook, and they're your grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, but like I feel like a lot of the younger crop of conservative influencers, like they're very clearly angling for some kind of like media opportunity. They're not real. They're not actually genuinely like I read Rothbard. I'm a huge libertarian.
They don't read at all, Hassan. They don't read at all.
Well, I mean, I know that.
No, like when you talk to them about the books behind them on their shelves, like none of them read them. They can't tell you anything about the books behind them on their shelves.
So it's just LARP. They're just fed talking points, and they're just repeating those talking points.
And putting mud on their trucks.
I would go so far as to say, and I hate to, I mean, this is not even giving him credit at all, but like, I think that's part of the reason why Nick Fuentes has so much appeal, is because he is like, he can demonstrate basic literacy and competence and a more sophisticated understanding. Like he has a a worldview. I mean, he's a heinous little neo-Nazi creature, but like it is obvious that he comes from a background where he has more of a genuine interest in this
He
kind
reads
of
more
thing.
than most of the people on Fox News.
Yeah. So I think that's probably probably part of the appeal, even though I found out that his audience is mostly older. I thought it was like a lot younger, but turns out
Are they really?
Yeah.
I thought all of his there was one time when a bunch of the Groypers got banned on Twitter and they were coming to me for help, and one of them calls me and he has like this European accent. I was like, wait, are you even American?
Oh,
He's
no,
like,
no, they're
no,
not.
But thank you so much for helping me, Ashley. I was like, what the
Yeah, no,
like,
so on
America first, and his profile picture was like AF.
Yeah,
like
no.
America first.
They're okay. So this is actually a really interesting thing that I didn't know was going on either. There's another guy on this platform called Asmongold. I don't know if you're familiar with him at all.
Oh,
he is like
he like makes me shiver.
Yeah, he's
You
like
just know he smells.
Bizarro me in every way, including hygiene and dietary habits. But his audience is mostly European, and they love LARPing as MAGA. They love that's the number one thing.
They probably like identify with his lack of orthodontics.
Well, it's that might be part of it, but it's fascinating to me because on the internet, not to sound like Mark Levin, but there are a lot of people that are not in America that are talking about American politics and presenting themselves as Americans. Sure, there's
why is that Mark Levin though? That's just
because he always says the third world is watching Tucker Carlson. Because he says Tucker Carlson's audience is not American, which I mean could possibly be the case. I know a lot of WhatsApp onks that love Tucker Carlson.
the
let's
WhatsApp
be
onks
real.
do love him.
Yeah, Bangladeshi WhatsApp onks are just sharing his videos all the time. But on the other side of it, it's very it's fascinating because American politics is being consumed by everyone around the world, and they're all LARPing as Americans.
Yes.
So you have the third worldist position, which obviously I'm sympathetic to, and those guys are LARPing as Americans, but they're LARPing from all these different parts of the world, and then a shit ton of the MAGA movement on the internet, and I don't mean just bot accounts or accounts that are very clearly doing propaganda. I mean people's personal consumption. In their own personal experience, you got a bunch of right-wingers from the Netherlands.
Yes. That's half the Groypers.
Yeah, who are dialed in on the Asmongold commentary, who will constantly talk about how Europe is falling apart.
Yes.
Because
Muslims. But that also makes it more, so that's why some people within the right-wing space, they like co-opting those populist movements.
Yeah.
Because it's really, really easy, and those markets are already dialed in. They love consuming American politics.
Yeah, everyone loves it. Everyone loves LARPing as an American, but it seems like they can't vote here because they're not even physically
Depends
here.
on who you ask, though.
Yeah. So we'll get to that in a second as well. We'll get to that. But okay, so you're dating DC Drano. He's a stud. I mean, look at how handsome this 3-piece suit. I mean, this is
Binder boy.
Yeah. God damn. These guys. What a journey this was.
When I first started making TikToks about him, he called me for 2 hours crying. He's like, please, you know what he said? He said, please show me mercy, Ashley. That's what he said.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I was like, mercy, I made TikToks.
Have you shown him mercy?
No.
Okay. So these guys are all, would you say that, I mean, I feel like after a certain point, through this evolution, they do start believing their own shit though, right? There's gotta be, or they're not woke.
They reached a level of paranoia. And there's something so weird. Most of these guys within MAGA were total losers in high school and college.
No.
Yeah, but it's a common theme, and it really sticks with them.
Uh-huh.
It really sticks with them. That's what they talk about when they're sad at night.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why it's a common theme, but it's this is their redemption now. He's like, I'm cool. Everyone loves Drano.
But they're not.
No.
And they're. Do they recognize that? They must, right? Because I feel like this was a big grievance for Donald Trump too. Something that animates Donald Trump is the fact that he never got mass appeal or broad appeal from liberal intelligentsia. He grew up in New York,
Palm Beach didn't want him.
Yeah.
That's why he started Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
They're like, he's too weird and blunt.
Yeah, and he's rude. He's a slumlord, and he was
white
too,
trash.
Yeah, he was nouveau riche. He was too gauche. Like, he wasn't old money. So the New York elite never saw him as one of their own, and I think that's what a lot of that, resentment. That's where a lot of this resentment comes from, and I feel like there's a different version of that within the conservative.
Yeah, no, he's like, I'm going to rename everything after me. You're never going to be able to not look at me. I'm going to be on your bridges, at your airports. I don't understand how the Republicans don't think that's crazy. Because I get it.
It's a cult.
They can say, I'm coming from a place of spite or whatever, scorned woman. But I don't know how they look at all of this, and they don't think it's insane, objectively.
I mean, the craziest thing is, like, Republicans hate, at least if there's one consistent principle that Republicans are supposed to hate, it's like wasting taxpayer money, right?
Yes.
Like, small government. I hate when the government is stealing from me in the form of taxes. Donald Trump's $1.8 billion like slush fund that he created after basically becoming the president and then suing himself was... Like, I mean, that's the clearest example of just like stealing money from the American taxpayer to pay whoever he wants with this like unaccountable entity. And if they don't even get mad at that, I don't know what they can get mad at. I mean, they're just cucked. I think they're unbelievably cucked.
They have no spine. Nobody wants to stand up for anything. They don't want to lose their cushy positions. They don't want to lose their job in Congress. They don't have it.
I mean, but we see that with like, what's his face? Not Thomas Massey was consistent, so I do give him credit for that. But the other guy, Bill Cassidy, who just got ousted because Donald Trump wanted to punish him for trying to indict him. I think January 6th.
Boebert was the only one who didn't lose her primary.
Yeah,
who was on the Epstein. Voted for the release.
Well, Bill Cassidy wasn't even on the Epstein thing. It was an older grievance. It was the January 6th stuff, right? And he wanted to punish him, and then all of a sudden, the moment that he knows he's no longer, he doesn't have to worry about re-election, he comes out and actually votes on the War Powers Resolution. And it's like, so you knew that this was bad from the start, and you're just a piece of shit.
Isn't that shittier than just not doing anything at all? You're like, oh.
No, I mean, I'm still happy that there's a spoiler in the Republican side, but it's just like very frustrating that these guys, when they don't have anything to lose, only then do they openly admit that this stuff is awful.
I don't know. Having nothing to lose is a superpower, though. I will say.
On the Democratic Party side, unfortunately, it plays the exact opposite role, and that's why you have the likes of Jared Golden, I believe, who's constantly...
What a last name. That's so cool.
Yeah, he's the one who's constantly stopping. He's the lone vote usually that allows the Republicans to not get punished in any way, shape, or form, like in the War Powers Resolution. So like the Democrats and the Republicans work in this like inverse manner, where the Democrats that have nothing to lose will always be the one spoiler vote that will go and caucus with the Republicans. And then the Republicans that are the Republicans with nothing to lose will be the spoilers for the Democrats.
Can we get my ex-boyfriend off screen?
Oh yeah, sure. Well,
I was listening.
We're gonna move on to other ex-boyfriends in a second.
No.
So.
Okay, wait. You have to open my gift.
Oh yeah, you got me a gift.
Yeah.
Where is? Oh, it's right here.
There's pastries too. There's Greek pastries like baklava too.
Oh my God.
But it says Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. You got me so much.
They
what
look
the
so
hell?
Good. It's a really good bakery. Pie
New York Bakery.
Shout out to Pie Bakery.
Whoa. This is crazy.
So good.
You're trying to fatten me up.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
I like them a little fat.
Okay. True. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What else? What is this?
This is a hoodie.
You got me a hoodie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put this down here. Oh God, what's gonna be in this hood? This is gonna be. Let's see.
You ready? Are you ready, chat?
Oh God. Oh no. I'm not even gonna see it first. Chat's gonna see it before I do.
I've been sent by Benjamin Netanyahu to get his Twitter account banned.
This is... Oh my God.
Clip it.
Okay.